My name is Ingrid Hernandez, and I'll be doing my informative speech. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Have you ever wondered, or has a thought ever come across your mind of what are the tallest trees in the world? Well, coming from the family of the Sequoia supervenens, the redwood trees can stand up to be 330 feet tall. That is the estimate equivalent of about 60 humans. There is one specific coastal mature redwood named the Hyperion that stands up to be 379.7 feet tall. Crazy, right? In this speech, I will be discussing the importance of the redwood trees, where they are located, and share a fun fact about them as well. Now, naturally, the redwoods are known for their magnificent size, yet it is actually their contribution to the ecosystem surrounding them that really captures and captivates their beauty. You see, the redwood trees, just like any other tree, helps combat climate change. But because of their size and age, as well as their rot-resisting lumber, according to the Superveran funds, they pool and hold about 3 times more carbon from the air than the average tree, thereby allowing them to clean more air and help keep temperatures from rising. That is actually really wild to know that these trees, because of their age and their size and rot-resisting lumber, they combat climate change 3 times more than the average tree. But something else that's also cool is that these trees, the redwood trees, create their own biodiversity right there in their branches and their leaves. These biodiversities, they consist of ferns, moss, lichens, including huckleberries and plenty others. That means that these plants, they provide food for wildlife, so it allows insects and amphibians to be in this habitat, as well as bats and birds. They also thrive in these biodiversities, in these ecosystems. But also like salamanders, they live in the canopy for their entire life of one redwood tree. That's pretty fascinating to know that these trees, they can create these biodiversities and have a sustainable habitat for salamanders as well. So not only do they combat climate change, but they also create their own biodiversities. So that's really fascinating to know, right? Understanding where they are located from. They are located from the border of Oregon and Upper Sacramento. It is important to know that this habitat is crucial for these trees because they are not able to grow from any other atmosphere and hemisphere, because it's important to know the region, especially since these trees, they need to be treated with such care, because these trees only respond to a specific region and they are only able to grow in this area. So the natural habitat of these trees, it is again very important to understand this area, because it's crucial to preserve these seeds that they originate from. So the coastal fog, according to as well the Superveran funds, the coastal fog has helped supply water and support redwood giants through all the seasons from the last 20 million years. Now, why is this important to know? It is important to know this because here's a fun fact coming. 5% of the redwood trees are left in this world because the 95% of the trees were cut down during the 1850s. Because of the high demand of these lumbers, because as I mentioned previously, they are rot resisting, so they were used for housing and firewood for the fires and plenty of other construction. So because of the high demand of these trees, 95% of them were gone. Deforestation happened, and only 5% of them were preserved due to the fact of people outraged who who understood that this was wrong, who understood that this was going to damage everybody, including the entire world, because deforestation, it damages and it rises temperatures because of climate change. So thanks to these group of people, they helped preserve the last 5% of this tree, of the redwood trees. And now it is up to us to continue preserving them, when we go visit them and when we go see them in their natural habitat, to understand that it is our duty to also maintain their area clean and do whatever we can to help support the people who continue, I believe they're called rangers, who they continue to preserve these national parks. So now that we have discussed about the importance of the redwood trees, why they are a vital source for our ecosystems, where they are located, which is near the border of Oregon and Upper Sacramento, and how only 5% of the redwood trees are left in this world, and why it is important to preserve them. Now that you know more about the redwood trees, I would like to invite you to share what your favorite plant or tree is and how you can help to contribute in the aid of helping to preserve your favorite tree or your favorite plant. Thank you.